Hello everyone, this is not a crop and crate vlog, but it is a vlog. So way back in December, so you guys know, I usually will not do videos for the whole month of December and use that time to A, deal with holiday things, and B, just get ready for the next year and do all of my planning and stuff. And I usually do that for the first half of the year. And if you saw what I'm guessing was my last video, I may have snuck another one in there. But if you saw one of my more recent videos, I mentioned that I was going to slow it down for a couple weeks. And I'm not taking I hadn't taken a full break, but like I do in December, but I just needed a little extra time than what I had. And the week that you're watching this video, if everything goes according to plan, is the busiest week of my summer. But I wanted to start making the YouTube algorithm happy with me again, because it doesn't really like when you take breaks. And so I'm coming back with this vlog mostly because it's already edited. I didn't have a spot for it scheduled in the year already, and this week is by far the busiest week in my summer, and it's one that I can sort of upload to remind YouTube that I'm still here, and also doesn't need a lot of cross-platform promotion per se, so I don't have to worry about Instagram as much. This week the day I'm filming this is a few weeks before this video will go up, and I'm going to do another vlog starting today on this little mini break. Mostly I say this in the video as well, I think. I'm not going to be a total vlog channel now. But I like doing vlogs. They help keep me a little bit focused. And it just helps me get stuff done. Having the camera on. It's like doing it with someone, but you're just a camera. So I have some stuff I need to get done, so I'm going to put the camera on for the next little bit. And yeah, so I hope you like this vlog. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that we weren't switching formats, if you will, or anything. I also find it really fascinating, behind the scenes stuff, really fascinating. I have watched more audio commentaries than I have watched movies in some cases. I have watched their favorite repeated behind the scenes features. That was my favorite thing when DVDs first came out and behind the scenes featurettes started being a thing. I love learning the behind the scenes of these types of things, so I thought it might be interesting to others as well. So this is from my December break, which you're about to watch, and like I said, I'm going to start filming another vlog, I think, in a little bit here, and it'll sort of go through the rest of May and into June. It should be shorter because I'm not planning on vlogging a whole month this time, just to kind of get back in the groove of things. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's a little sneak peek into what kind of goes through my head when I'm planning videos and my process and all of that. There is some holiday stuff mixed in the mix of it just because of me filming it in December. And yeah, so hopefully this will mark the return to regularly scheduled videos. Like I said, I'm hoping it wasn't too long of a break. And like I said, it might not have even been a break to most of you. Might not have even noticed. But yeah, so I'm going to let you get on to the video because it's long enough without me adding this intro to it. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's interesting. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below if you think it's a little interesting to see the behind the scenes stuff. Hi everyone, so I am thinking about doing something a little different since I didn't vlog Crop and Crate this year, and I just finished uploading the last video for 2024. I decided that I would maybe try something different and do a vlog style something in January. My plan is for this to be one video, not a permanent vlog thing, although I have thought about doing it more often. So if it is something that you decide you like and you're interested in, let me know, because I have some thoughts going. But as you guys know, I usually take the month of December off of my usual card videos and spend that time dealing with holiday and Christmas stuff, because it's always crazy, and B, work on getting things ready for the next year of videos and all of that stuff. So that's where I'm at, because now I'm officially done with videos for 2024. They're all uploaded. I still have to do like the social media-y stuff, so like posting in the different Facebook groups and Instagram posts and all that kind of stuff, but the videos are done. They're uploaded. That's it. That's the end of it. So it's time to start working on 2024 stuff, and I personally love behind the scenes things. When DVDs became a thing, the thing I was always most excited for on the DVD was the special features and the behind the scenes and the making of stuff. I love watching movies with the audio commentaries on. I have watched some of my favorite movies audio commentaries almost as many times as I've watched the movies themselves. I love behind the scenes and making of kind of things, and that's kind of what I want this vlog to be, is kind of a behind the scenes making of Sam's Crafty Castle, and like what goes on when to like make a finished video, I guess. So this is the easiest time to do it, because I'm not filming any other videos. I was also kind of starting to look at my blooper reel and realize that it wasn't that good this year. I didn't have a ton of bloopers. I don't know if I just didn't save them, or I think I left a lot of them in the videos this year compared to like cutting them out, so I didn't have a whole lot to go with for that. So I thought I'd do this. I thought it'd be something kind of fun and maybe something kind of interesting. Obviously all of your favorite content creators are gonna have a different behind the scenes process, and this is just mine. This is what works for me, but like I said, I find this stuff really, really interesting and really fascinating. So I thought I'd share it with you. So I uploaded the last video Friday morning. It is Saturday, November 23rd. Yes, Saturday, November 23rd. And I've been doing some other life stuff this morning. The other thing I was going to say is I'm planning to keep this very crafting related. It's not like a daily vlog where you like see my daily life. It's only what goes on, like crafting, filming, getting things ready for that next year. I may show a few extra bonus crafting related things because I have some Christmas presents to work on. But if it's not crafting related, I'm not going to show it to you. I may reference and talk about other stuff, but for the most part, we're sticking to the crafting stuff. So anyway, yeah. So behind the scenes, that's what this vlog is. Behind the scenes of Sam's Crafty Castle and getting everything ready. So today is really the first day that I'm taking to work on 2024 Sam's Crafty Castle stuff. I've been, like I said, I was just trying to finish the video. I finished it Friday. We've had stuff going on at work because I work in retail, and this is the crazy time of year for us too. So, and especially with how short the Christmas season is between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year is not very long, so it's a little extra busy. But so Friday night I was like, I'm just gonna hang out, and then so now it's Saturday afternoon actually, and I'm going to just like start working on stuff for next year. I've done some other errands and things this morning, and now it's time to work on Sam's Crafty Castle things. So the first thing on my list, well, I did this last weekend actually. I started this and I started with just a really basic list of like things that I want to. I just did it on my iPad on GoodNotes. You're not going to be able to read it, but And it's just a list of like things that I want to accomplish in this break. So like I need to get the content planning done for next year, which I'll talk a little bit more because that's actually what I'm going to work on now. I have SET classes I want to finish. That's just kind of a fun thing, but I like to try to get them done. What else? I want to try and film January and February's videos if I can. If I can get them edited as well, that would be epic. But if I can at least get them filmed, that'll be very helpful. Editing is a little bit easier for me than filming. I can do editing and stuff after work, and before work in the morning and stuff like that. But filming takes a long time, so that I kind of have to like stick into weekends. So if I can use some of these weekends to like really get some filming done, that would be swell. I have some craft room cleanup things that I want to do that I just usually don't make time for when I'm sort of running between videos. So I have my like what's new box, my box of stuff that I haven't used yet. I've been finding kind of overwhelming lately just because there's so much stuff in it. So I want to go through it and I want to get real and destash stuff that maybe I bought it, never used it, but now it's just like not my style, or things like that, or just like I look at it and go, yeah, I'm never gonna use this, even maybe if I still like it. So I need to do that, and I'm hoping to do that today too. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. I have a couple other little sections in there of things that I already know I want to get rid of, and I just haven't like packed them up to go in my destash box. I have a lot of cards because I make a lot of cards, and I don't send as many of them as quickly as I make them. So one of my kind of goals, I'm not a goal person, I should say that. I don't do goals well. I've never have, even in school when they'd like make me set goals for things, I hated it. It was always my least favorite activity. So I'm not one to set goals for myself, but that doesn't mean that I won't try to do things. So like I really want to try and donate cards a couple times this year. I'm thinking I'm going to do it now and then maybe like in 6 months, you know, kind of thing. Like every 6 months go through my card stash and get rid of ones that could totally go to someone. Like they're good enough. They're not total fails. They're good enough to like go to someone, but just maybe not anyone in my life. So I have to do that. And then I have a list of craft room organization projects I want to do. I want to put my coordinating stamps and dies together. I want to get close to my heart. What? I want to get Color My Life updated a little bit more. I'd like to go through a few other things to destash. I'd kind of like to go through my stamp sets that even aren't just the new ones and do another destash on those, because it's been a little while since I've done that. I destashed my dies not that long ago, so my Roomba is running too, so I'm sorry if you see him in the background. His name is Liam. I destashed my dies not that long ago, so I'm not really worried about them at the moment, but my stamps could definitely use a little bit of a destash situation. And then I moved into this house like 2 years ago. Actually, it'll be 2 years ago in a couple days. And there's still stuff in that room that I haven't like moved. And I'm sure you've seen behind me as I've been moving around, there's like boxes over here that I haven't like moved in yet. Too. So like that stuff, a lot of that stuff is either getting donated or I'm trying to see if a friend of mine wants it, but we're both adults and sometimes finding time to get together is tricky, and that's kind of where we're stuck, is trying to find time for her to come over and get stuff or go through it or whatever. So yeah, so that, you know, but I have boxes in there too of stuff that I haven't like moved in yet, and just needs to be organized and picked up and all that kind of stuff. So I'd like to try to get through some of that in this break too. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we're gonna try. So those are kind of the things that I have in mind for working on during this little break time of mine, and some kind of an overview of what you might see in this vlog, I guess. So I'm actually, yes, I'm sitting on my living room floor because sometimes when it comes to organization projects, there's more room out here than there is in there, and it's a little bit helpful. I have my What's New box out. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that far today because I kind of want to start the content planning first, because the What's New box will help inspire the content planning. So I'm going to work on right now designing what I want my content planner to look like this year. There are so many you can buy, and I've tried buying ones before, but I kind of like to sort of brainstorm in an area, and then I have like my daily plan. It's not really a daily planner, it's a weekly planner, but like the planner that I use for my normal life, I just try to take that and take my content stuff and put it in there, because it's too hard for me to like keep track of 2 planners going on. So like, but I need to start somewhere. So we're starting with brainstorming and figuring out kind of what I'm looking at for timing and what I want to post where, and things like that. So the trick with how I do content is I am a plan aheader person. So I want to go through and basically plan as much of the year as I can for what I want to do for videos. Now obviously the hard part is people come out with new products, new techniques and things happen, and things like that. So sometimes like there has to be some flexibility built in there, but I like to be ahead on videos, and I like to plan ahead. It just makes me feel better about everything. So I am going to do that, and I'm going to plan at least till June, I think the plan is. Ooh, my camera got blurry. I don't know if it's gonna want to focus. Hopefully it fixes itself. But that's the plan. I'm going to plan, haha, and at least plan through June. That's what I would like to see happen. If I can happen to go farther than that, that would be great. This is not going to refocus, so you're just going to have to deal with my blurry self. Because I don't know why it doesn't want to refocus. I probably hit a button. Because I'm holding it kind of weird. So, you know what? I'm going to try to fix it. Because it's bothering. There we go. It's better now. I don't know what that was, but it did not want to autofocus. So yeah, so I'm going to try to plan through June, and I'll come back with when I have my content planner, because Liam's about to be very loud, so I'm going to leave, and I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. I have a mess on my hands, so I'll show you in a minute, but I finished the basics of my content planner, which is all I really needed to do. And I've gone through the what's new. I've gone through my new stuff. Even just sorting it out, it's a lot less overwhelming, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit what I have plans to do with that. I did not destash as much as I thought I was going to, but there's also considerably less things in here than I was kind of expecting. Which is not going to look like when I show it to you, but there are less things in here than I felt like were in there when they were in the box, now that I've like organized them a little bit. I have like 6 months plus of videos planned, which is awesome. And yeah, so I'm going to show you kind of what I'm looking at now and talk to you about how plans have changed, because they have, slightly from what I was originally kind of trying to accomplish, and yeah, show you a little bit of what this phase of the planning process looks like. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and then walk you through kind of what I've been doing. Okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at. This is the D-stash box, which is now overflowing, which I do have a bigger box to move this into. So I don't know, I'm not gonna finish all of my D-stashing this week. I don't think I'm gonna have time to go through the rest of my stamps tomorrow. So it'll be a little while before I actually do anything with the D-Stash box, but there it is in its current form. Like I said, I'm actually hoping, like, kind of by the end of December, I'm ready to do something with that, but I don't know if I want to do, I don't really want to do, like, D-Stash box giveaways or sales or anything like that, like mystery boxes. I just kind of want to give it to people. So I'll take it to work and let people at work go through it, and then probably just donate whatever is left over. That's just what I like to do. So here's what we're kind of looking at. So this is pretty much the entire, that is my iPad, but pretty much the entire, like, new stuff box all spread out, organized of what all was in it. But I discovered that really what I have a lot of in here are background things, or greetings and things like that. And I think that was part of why it was feeling really overwhelming, because I would pull stuff out. Like, I would do this thing where I would, like, pull out a something out of the box and then try to design a card around that thing. So sometimes if I just, like, pulled out a greeting die or something, it wasn't always the most inspiring thing, or, like, pulling out a background stamp didn't always, like, do something for me, like, right then and there. And that's a lot of what was in here. This whole pile is all word dies, and greeting dies. These are a couple random, like, greeting only, sentiment only stamp sets. And this one actually needs to go in the Christmas box and not out here, which I should really go through my Christmas box too. But I might save that for next year when I start working on Christmas cards, and go through that and get rid of some of that, because I have a whole separate stash of, like, new Christmas things that I haven't used yet, and I did mostly very good, and not buying more this year. I bought one set that is more of a winter set, and I actually do have a video planned for that in January. And then I did end up buying the Gina K Designs Christmas kit because I wanted enough of it to make it make more sense to buy the kit and get the deal than to wait and buy everything individually. So I did get that this year. So that, you know, has to get molded in there. But I'm like pretty confident there's gonna be some stuff in there I can get rid of too. So I don't know if that'll happen in this break or if it's something I'll do as we get closer to the fall, and I start looking at Christmas cards, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do Christmas cards next year. In the next few weeks I'll actually, like, get together my Christmas cards for this year, and we'll see how many I have left and if I need to do more next year, which I think I probably will. But who knows? I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. This pile is actually all stuff that I've used part of. So these are all add-on things and stuff, like coordinating dies and things like that, for sets that I've already used and I've already moved into my stash, but just left the dies or whatever in the new box, so I didn't use the dies on the particular project that I was working on. So I'm gonna just put these, like, into my stash, because there's really, I used part of them, they coordinate with things. I'm obviously not going to get rid of them because they coordinate with things I already have. So unless I'm getting rid of everything else from the collection, I'm not going to get rid of these. So I'm just going to integrate them in to where they need to be in my stash, and that will eliminate just a few things, but it will help. Then this is the stencil pile. It's mostly layering stencils and things like that. So there's some things in here that are definitely, there's a lot of masking stencils though. I had 4 different plaid stencils. I only got rid of one. I cut it down to 3, but this one is still kind of a maybe. But we'll see. And it's just slightly different than the other two, and that's why I'm keeping it. But so that's that. So like there's a triple slim layering stencil in there that I should really get around to doing someday. These I have ideas for that I haven't executed yet. So there's a lot of things that I already have. Is this not a plaid stencil too? I have another one. This one can go. That one's Lawn Fawn, and I do like their plaid stuff, but I think I like the other two stencils I have better, and I think that if I was going to get Lawn Fawn plaid stuff, I would just get the pattern paper, because I love their pattern paper. I just have too much of it right now, and I can't have any more. So, as I start to use up pattern papers, getting more of the Lawn Fawn, like, perfectly plaid line is definitely on my list, because I actually adore Lawn Fawn pattern papers. So, but I gotta use up what I have first. These are all different hot foil plates, and you can see, like, for the most part, all backgrounds. These I got to, like, be able to accent flower arrangements and stuff, and, so, yeah. These are ones that I found a few things that I just want to, like, play with and cut up and have around, I guess, for when I'm working on stuff. And these are one of the things that, like, if I have time, during my break, I may, just hot foil and cut some of these and just keep them, like, around. Because I think I will use them. And the little, like, sort of foily leaf foily leaf elements would add really pretty little sparkly bits to, like, any kind of, like, floral arrangement you're doing on a card. And, the one thing, I'm just thinking about something, but I'll get to that later. We'll talk about that later. Would look very nice. So, but I just, like, don't have them around. And a lot of times when I'm doing those kinds of cards and I want to add those kinds of things, I'm not looking to get out my hot foil machine and do all of that. So I might need, this is, like, another one of the, like, might pull this out and do it just, like, in between things. And then over here, keep going. Excuse me. These are background dies. So these are more plaid things, because plaid is, like, my favorite thing. But more of these are all just background dies. So that pile's not super exciting. I have this one border die that hasn't been assigned a video yet, and probably won't be for a little while. This is the embossing folder pile. Embossing folders that I haven't used yet. And this one, though, I might have an idea for. Maybe. I don't know. I have this one card in my head that I have so many different ideas of how I want to do it that I just, like, don't know what to do. But it's inspired by something very specific, so, like, it has to be a certain way. I don't want to spoil it too bad, and it hasn't even made it onto the content calendar yet. As a video. I didn't schedule a spot for this vlog, I just realized, either. So, it's either going to be a bonus video if I don't quite get something done, or it'll go up on a random day, I think. So, but, yeah, I kind of forgot about this video, but that's a later problem. These are my Tailored Expressions sentiment strips that I haven't used yet. So I think these are another thing that I am just going to stamp and cut these up sometime during this break and have them around. Like, that's all we're gonna do with that. I'm not really, and then, like, put them in, because again, they're not something I reach for. They're not something that's really gonna, like, inspire a video for me. So I just want to put them, like, in my stash. And that's, I don't want anything in the new box that's not video, that's not intended to be, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I want to keep the new box to, like, more, like, focally image stuff, I guess. But also not really, because I'm going to put, like, the background dies and stuff back in there. So, like, I don't really know how to explain it, but there's just certain things that can just, like, go right into the stash, I've decided, because they're more likely to get used if they're already, that's what I'm trying to say. There's things that I will be more likely to use if they're in the What's New box, and there's things that I will be more likely to use if they're already integrated into the rest of my stuff. Those are one of them. Those other foil flower things are one of them. I'm more likely to use that if it's already in the box of stuff where I pull those types of things from than if it's in the new box. This is the other pile that's like that. This is my like basic shape die pile. There's some old thin frame dies from Honeybee, if you guys remember those. There's these easy strips from Tailored Expressions, which I have to get. I'm missing a size yet when I need to get the other size, which, I mean, I've had those for a while and haven't used them, so do I really need the other size? No, but I also have full set syndrome and I need the other size. So this random frame die that I have, and I probably shouldn't even keep because I don't know where it's from, but I really like the shape of it, so I'm going to keep it. Couple of, like, this should probably actually go in there. But some stitch dies, there's some stitched frames, there's a couple of master layout sets in there, there's another slimline set from Pink Fresh, there's some sentiment strips. So, like, these are another thing that's just going to go straight into the stash. Because I'm much more likely to go, I need a rectangle die, and go to my rectangle die binder than I am to go through the What's New box looking for that. So they're more likely to get used if they're already in their binders. So that's what's going to happen there. So that and the sentiment strips are the two things that will not be going back in to the What's New box. Then this is basically the pile of actual, like, focal image type thing. So there's a lot of flowers in here, because I still have a lot of Hannah's birthday month stamp sets to go through that I haven't used yet. So we gotta work on that. There's this random leaf die set that was for that Wogan card that I was just talking about, but I can't commit to how I want to do it. A couple Altenew sets. These, like, leaf sets that are literally just, like, I just want them to fill out flower arrangements and stuff, but haven't really done anything with them yet. Gina K set, a bunch of Lawn Fawn sets. Some of these I do have kind of plans for already, but just not for a while yet. So they just are gonna vibe there for now. And then from here over, so, like, I have to figure out how I want to organize this back into there, because I kind of like them in the piles they're in, but I don't really have enough, like, zipper pouches to put them all in, because I still have so many that are being used for Crop and Create stuff. And honestly, the next Crop and Create's not that far away, so I don't really want to use any more of them. So I haven't decided if I want to try to, like, get some on a Black Friday sale. That was the other reason, part of the reason I want to do this now, because Black Friday is next week, and if there was anything that I found in here that, like, I needed to fill out something, like these strips, like, I might look and see if Tailored has them, and then look at potentially picking them up next week sometime. I'm trying to be really good about my Black Friday shopping this year and not go too crazy, because I do have some other things that I need to get that are not craft related, and just other expenses and whatever that I know are coming up in the early parts of the new year. So I'm trying to be really good and really smart about it. There's a few things that I do want to pick up craft wise. Ooh, my alarm is going off. It is 7 o'clock, you guys. So it's literally just an alarm to tell me that it's 7 o'clock. Like, I just have a couple alarms set on, especially on the weekends, just so I know what time it is and I don't, like, lose track of time. So, and all that is telling me that it's 7 o'clock. So yeah, so I have to figure that out a little bit. I was gonna splurge on something because there's a retired suite of products from Pink Fresh Studios that I've had my eye on, and I didn't notice it retired, and I found one, like, smaller store that has the entire collection, but I don't think they're going to do a Black Friday sale just because of how small they are. But I also really want it. So that may be my, like, I might do the thing, because it's a Christmas thing. It's a Christmas sentiment thing. I'll show it, maybe I'll show it to you guys at some point. So I'm tempted to get that and wrap it up and put it under the Christmas tree for myself Christmas morning. That is a thing I do. I do buy myself Christmas gifts and put them under the Christmas tree. So I may do that, and it's just because, I mean, I still want something to open Christmas morning when I get up, okay? So I will usually buy and wrap myself a little gift to open Christmas morning before I head over to my dad's house. So, and get my, like, actual presents. So yeah, so I think I might do that. I just didn't want to buy it right away. I want to wait and see if it does go on sale, which like I said, I don't think it will, but I got off track. Moving on. This section, so from here over, is essentially the next 6 months of videos. So I was able to come up with videos, and plus, because these two are actually not scheduled yet, but I have thoughts. Excuse me. Yeah, so basically, next 6 months of videos. Again, I don't know how I want to organize them because I don't have the zipper bags to be able to do that like I normally would. So I don't know if I want to just do, like I did just recently buy the big gallon size baggies. I don't know if I want to put them in there. If I just want to stack everything up, I don't know. So I have to figure that out yet. How I want to organize them to keep everything together for the videos. But it is, as my alarm just told me, 7 o'clock, which means it is time for me to start winding down a little bit for the day. I do want to film one more clip of the content calendar. So this is tomorrow's problem, is basically what I'm getting at. This is a tomorrow me problem, so that I can pick this up before the week starts. But yeah, so that was organizing and destashing the what's new bin. And now let me show you the content calendar. Okay, so this is the content calendar. Again, it's just on GoodNotes. It's in the same, like, GoodNotes notebook as, see if there's my Black Friday planning. It's in the same notebook as my, like, kind of to-do list for my break and, like, breaking down what needs to happen, during all of that. So, here it is. Yeah, I just got distracted by a thought, but that doesn't matter. So, here it is, and I did do it as a calendar, even though I really only needed, like, this one day. I have really no intention of, like, filling out the rest of this. That's all stuff that I'll do as I go along in my, like, actual planner. So, basically all I did is but, like, this just helps me visualize, like, weeks and what's going on and dates and things like that. So that's why I did it on this calendar. I may eventually, like, fill in other things, because one of the other things I want to try to do during this break is make more short form content. So, like, I still have a bunch of videos saved on my computer, so I kind of want to, like, go back and look at them and see if there's, like, chunks of them I can take out to maybe make some fun, like, short form content. I don't know if there will be. Short form content is not really my jam. I'm a long form girly, so I don't know if that'll happen, but I might. And then if I can, like, find a few reels and things in the mess of the videos that I already have, I will maybe add dates to upload those, if they relate to a video that I have coming up. So, haven't quite gotten that far yet, though. So, anyway, so, like, here's all January's. Like, this is a video that I've been working on for a while that I'm hoping to finish during the break for sure. But I wanted to give, it's a little bit more complicated, so I didn't want it to be the first video back. So I moved it. And then it's just been a lot of like this one was another one that I figured out pretty quickly I wanted to do. You know, this one was very inspired by stuff I pulled out of the box. So was this one. This one I pulled out a stamp set and saw one stamp in it and went, oh my gosh, I just have the best like layout idea for that. This is one that I've been planning for a while. This one just in my brain, the way I'm envisioning it is going to be very spring-like, so I put it in March. Like, there's not a whole lot of, there's a Crap and Crate in March, so April has, I right now only have one day planned for the vlog for that, but if it ends up being long, that might be 2, but then that makes this an extra video, so like, we'll have an extra video for this. Like, admittedly, that Frozen card I'm really worried is not going to come out, so maybe that's where this vlog goes in, if I can't make that happen. So, yeah, just kind of, and then June, and everything is planned for that. So that is actually really, really massively helpful, and I feel a lot better just having this plan in place. And like I said, you just never know with this industry. Someone will come out with something super awesome all of a sudden, and I will have to throw videos out the window to try to figure that out. But for the most part, I don't usually like super jump on trends like that, but I usually prefer to stick to my plan. So, but you know, like, because then Gina does things. I come out with the mini intercut right after I finished filming all of my videos, and then I was like, now I can't even like talk about it for a month. So, you know, we'll see. And she's teased some stuff that's coming in December too that I'm really excited about, but I should be able to show that in. Hi everyone, so today is Sunday, November 24th, I think. I should look at the date today. Yes, November 24th. And I am actually kind of just finishing up for the day, with stuff. So I managed to get all of the new stuff reorganized, and then I'm just putting something on for myself to watch real quick. And I will mute it so that it's not copyrighted, because it might be. Hold on. This remote doesn't have a mute button on it, so I just have to turn it down manually. Anyway, so I've organized, is this zoomed in? Is that why this is so, there we go. I've finished organizing the new stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. I have videos bagged. I wouldn't call most of them prepped per se, but they're like, the main things for them are in bags, so that they're all separated out and good there. I'm back in my craft room because I put everything back in here. I have a birthday card I need to send out this week. Possibly more than one. I'm thinking only one though. Technically it needed to go out last week. I didn't get it out. So it's going out Monday, which is this person's actual birthday, but it's okay. It happens. So I'm doing that, and then I want to like get ahead on my planner for next year. I'm not gonna do anything too major. I just want to get my like monthly spreads kind of done, basically. So usually in the past what I've done is I've either done my monthly kind of spread the month of, or I've done it like in 3-month chunks. But I really want to try and do like all 12 months in one go, but not like put all of the details on them. I want them there so that it's easier to like look ahead a little bit at what's coming. Just in my sort of general like everyday life. And so I kind of want to do all 12 at once. So I'm not going to do anything like major for them. I'm just going to put like months, dates in them, and then like maybe add a little bit of decorative stickers and stuff to them, just to like start getting myself set up. I'm not going to put like other things I keep track of on like my monthly planner is people's birthdays and like when I have bills and stuff due, and then holidays. So, and when I get paid. That's also important. So I keep track of all of that for the most part. That's all I use them for. So I don't want to put like bills and stuff in, because sometimes I have a few things that are changing in the new year and I need to adjust what dates those are on. So I'm probably going to do those like, I don't want to do them month by month, but oopsie, my camera mount, I just ran into it. But I'll probably chunk those out in 3 months, but like, I think if I can get like birthdays, holidays, and just like dates in for a full year, that would be really, really helpful. And then I can just put in like bills and paydays and stuff, when that month comes up and as I get some of that figured out this year. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to show you what I did, and then that'll be it for this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else this week. I do got to start working on Christmas presents and stuff, so this week may be a big like crochet stuff after work kind of thing. And then so that because I bought almost everyone a Christmas gift too. I'm also giving a lot of people either a like crochet gift to go with their gift, or just like a little something to stick on their package just for fun. So I need to work on that, because I did order everyone's Christmas gifts today, so they're on their way. And most of them are coming from Amazon, so most of them will be here by the end of the week, which is kind of nice, because then it'll be done. I don't have to worry about it. And then I have a couple more things to order. But I did go to Target today, and I bought a lot of things at Target. Things I needed, though. Like, I did not actually buy anything. Oh, well, that's not true. I did buy a couple things that were a little bit, like, extra bonusy stuff. But for the most part, it was all things I needed. And then I just, like, I like save all of my like cleaning supplies and laundry detergent and like all that kind of stuff for Target runs, and then I have these like big expensive ones because I save them up forever until I'm like pretty much out of everything, then I go and get it all at Target. So I had to do one of those today, so it was a little bit much, but it's okay. Like I said, I needed it all. I didn't do the Target thing where I bought a bunch of things I didn't really need. So, I didn't find anything at Target that I didn't really need today. The one thing I actually wanted from Target that was like really the specific, I need to go to Target to get this thing, they didn't have. So, I had to refigure out some things, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work on this. It's almost, like I said, it's the end of Sunday, so I still have to make myself dinner for the week and just do back to work things. So I need to do that. And yeah, so today was a short vlog, but I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so this is the pile of all of the bags. I need to figure out a better way to organize that. At some point, like, I do have an extra, like, stamp storage container that I might stick these in just to like organize them a little bit better. And then I'll probably put them over there. But I don't want to do that today. I am definitely running out of energy. I did a lot this weekend and I can tell. I know I just said I was going to do my planner, but there's part of me that's really thinking I might just do that birthday card and then be done for the day. That might be the answer. And I'll try to do my planner maybe a little bit during the week or next weekend. And then this is, well, you're not really going to be able to see it because it's dark, but this is the new box now. A lot more organized, a lot more put together. There's different baggies with different themes, I guess, to them. And it already feels so much more manageable than it was before. So that is awesome. I'm really glad I did that. And then videos are ready to be started. So yeah, I think I'm going to just do Peter's card and then call it a night. But anyway, that's it. So I will see you again soon. Like I said, I don't know if I'll check in during the week, but if I do anything crafty during the week, I will share. And then if not, I will see you again next weekend. Hello everyone. So it's been a while since I've checked in with the vlog. It is now Saturday, November 30th. And so happy late Thanksgiving. I mean, it's way past Thanksgiving by the time you're watching this anyway, but Thanksgiving was Thursday. And I am just kind of getting back into working on crafting related things. I was hoping to get more done during the week, but that didn't happen. So, well, not entirely. I was working on other stuff. I was working on, I was trying to finish a crochet project because I was nervous that I was not going to have enough yarn for it, and I thought I would get more for it. Well, Julianne's had it on Black Friday sale, but Julianne was sold out of it too, so I was a little bit stressed. But I was still trying to finish it just to see, and ended up messing it all up and having to take it all out. So, you know, that happened. But long story short, I didn't finish it. I'm hoping to show you what I've been working on later today. And I really need to, like, I don't like having, I'm not a multiple projects going at the same time kind of girly. I don't like that. It kind of makes me overwhelmed a little bit. And so I'm trying to finish that one so I can start working on Christmas gifts, but I think I'm going to have to put that one away so I can start working on Christmas gifts because it's almost December. And I have quite a few gifts that I need to make. Now, luckily, most of them are fairly straightforward and easy, so I'm not really worried about them being overly complicated, but I still have to get them done. So yeah, so it also is Small Business Saturday, so again, you're watching this way after, but don't forget to support your small crafting businesses and all your small businesses. I unfortunately did most of my Christmas shopping on Amazon this year, mostly because it was just easier. Usually I like to search around and see what I can find from like small businesses, but that just wasn't in the cards with what my people were asking for this year. So that's okay though. I'm also making them all something, so I'm deciding that counts. So, but yeah, so that's today, but I really am only mentioning that because yes, I did do some Black Friday shopping for myself as well. And I think that I will show stuff as it comes in. I didn't get a lot of things this year. I mostly behaved myself. The key word there is mostly, and not all of it was crafting related stuff. I have some other stuff that I'm doing away from crafting, and I needed to get a couple things for that. So, and I figured I may as well get them while they were on sale. So, I got that, and then I did, of course, get a few craft related things, so I will try to show you them as they get here. None of them are here yet because I ordered most of them yesterday, so some of them I'm going to wrap up and give to myself for Christmas, so some of them will will promptly come out of their envelopes and then get wrapped up and put into either my stocking or my tree or under my tree, because sometimes when you're an adult you have to make your own magic. So that's it. I still buy myself little gifts for Saint Nick and Christmas and put them under my tree because I don't want to give that up. So and I just really I like the opening of gifts a lot of times more than what's in them. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the plan there. So I'll still show you what I got, and tell you what I'm going to use right away and what I'm going to wrap up and put under my tree or in my stocking. I actually bought some because I was thinking about it, and St. Nick is like this week basically. So I was like, oh, I didn't actually get myself anything for that occasion, and I realized that with all of like the stuff none of the stuff I ordered is gonna get here in time for that. So I bought myself a little like candy thing at the grocery store this morning. So I was like, well, if all else fails, I can stick that in my stocking and say that's my Saint Nick gift to myself. So I don't know what else will all, if anything else. I am getting a package today, but I think it's just my Amazon package, which is mostly just stuff for like the people in my life. And then I have a glass stovetop, and there's these wipe things that I really like to use to clean it, and I'm almost out of them, and they aren't super hard to find. Like there's places near me where I can get them, but it's still like an extra trip to like make that happen. So I was like, I don't really want to make the extra trip, and I'm already ordering stuff from Amazon, so I'm just gonna get some. So I added that to my order. And then again, for that other thing that I have going on, I have a spray bottle that I use in one of like the Tim Holtz stress sprayer bottles things that I use in my craft room, but I've been having to use it in my bathroom for hair purposes, and I finally bought a spray bottle to go specifically in the bathroom, and then the distress sprayer can come back in here, so I'm not constantly looking for it and trying to figure out where it is. So I think that's all that's coming from Amazon. I think that's all I got. And then everything else in there was Christmas gifts, because I'm all about being able to get pretty much everyone's Christmas gifts in one go, and now I'm like, my Christmas shopping is basically done. I do have to find something on Etsy for my grandpa yet, because I always get him something specific from there, so I have to get that yet, which I need to probably try to order tomorrow, just to give them time to get it here before Christmas time. And then yeah, so that's really nice. Anyway, so yeah, so Black Friday shopping, talked about that. I'm gonna work on my planner. I think I know where my mini tripod is, and I'm gonna set it up on my desk and let you kind of see what I'm doing. I've got videos playing. There was a lot of really good YouTube videos that came out this weekend, and I'm looking forward to catching up on them, because I haven't been, I usually have like one YouTube day a week, like Sundays are my YouTube day, and I watch as many videos from people as I can on Sundays, but there was a lot of really good ones this week, and I sprinkle a few in throughout the week, like Tuesdays a lot of times, Tuesday mornings before work I'll watch a couple, Friday mornings before work I'll watch a couple, depending on how Friday evening has gone I might watch a couple before Craft Roulette comes on. So like if I'm not tired when Craft Roulette is over, which isn't typical but it does happen, I might watch a couple after that. So like it just depends, but there's lots of good stuff this week, so I've got to play catch up a little bit, and yeah, so that's the plan. That's what I'm doing today. There's laundry going. Liam, my Roomba, is vacuuming everything. I brought up a bunch of Christmas decorations because that's going to be part of tomorrow's fun. And yeah, so it's just planner time now. Hello, vlog. Let me turn this down quickly. It is Wednesday, December 3rd. And no, it is Wednesday, December 5th. 4th, 5th? Have I been dating everything wrong today? Hold on a second. It is Wednesday, December 4th. And so I was dating everything right, because I did date everything for the 4th. Although I did accidentally date a few things for the 24th, because I forgot that I was dating it month and day and not month and year. But I am currently working on a little crochet project, which I'll show you in a second. And just thought I'd get out the camera and chat for a bit. So, I haven't done much stuff for the channel in the last couple days. Tuesdays are a really crazy day for me. Well, they're not really a crazy day. It's the one day of the week that right now I have things going on after work. Most days I don't, but it's also December, so I have a lot of days where I have extra things going on in the evenings coming up. But for the most part, we're just hanging out. And it's more just like busy keeping up with things and less actually like going out for things. But so all I've really been doing the last couple days, and you would have seen a clip from it as part of like Monday's vlog segment, because I didn't do any vlogs yesterday. I've mostly just been editing reels and things. I have almost all of my videos on this external hard drive, and I just plugged it into my computer, and I've just been going through them and finding ones that I like that are editable into a reel, because not every video is. And I could probably go back through like all of my raw footage, because I do have a good chunk of that still, and really edit down some reels. But it's also a lot easier to go through the already edited videos, because one, they're already sped up, and two, I can it's already the best parts of the raw footage without me having to go through everything a second time. So that just makes it a little bit easier. And most of these are older videos anyway, so a lot of them are some of them are still from early 2024. A lot of them, though, are from 2023, or even a few I think might even be from 2022. And hi everyone, so I did find time to check in this week, which I really didn't think was gonna happen. But it happened. So it is now, I'm fixing my tripod, so I apologize for the weird angles that you're seeing while I fix it. It is now December 10th. It is Wednesday. I was supposed to go out tonight and go to that craft fair I think that I told you about last week. I think that was last week we talked about that at my library. But it is 1, really cold, 2, snowing, and 3, I already had 2 days this week that I had plans after work, and I was starting to feel the Christmas pressure, I guess. Not that I'm particularly like behind, I'm actually like right where I need to be, but I was just starting to feel overwhelmed with just life, as tends to happen, and was like, I really need to just like have a day free this week. So I decided not to go. It's fine. Anyway, tomorrow my dad's coming over, and we're going to our zoo Christmas light thing. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And yeah, last night I had dance, tonight I was supposed to go do that, so it's been nice to just have a night to kind of like hang out a little bit. Now I don't have anything going on after Thursday, so like the entire weekend I have no plans right now. I'm probably going to try to keep it that way. I do kind of have something I want to do on Saturday that I've been putting off doing, but I also don't really want to do it. But this would be my last chance to do it before Christmas. Which I don't have to do it before Christmas, honestly. So maybe I'll do it the weekend I don't know. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, and it's not even that important. Anyway, so tonight the advent calendar activity was doing Christmas cards. So I'm just back in my craft room for the first time in what feels like forever. I think it's been like a week and a half since the last time I've really like spent time in here. And I'm gonna do my Christmas cards. The last of my Black Friday stuff came today, so I thought about showing you the crafting Black Friday haul section of this video, but opted against that for tonight. I might do that tomorrow. Or, well, not tomorrow because I'm very busy tomorrow. I might do that Friday. I really want to try to get Christmas cards out. So, I have to write them and address them and all of that stuff. Mailing them is easy. But I really want to try to get that done. I don't know if I have enough stamps either, like mailing stamps. So I kind of want to get as far as I can tonight so I can figure out if I need to order more. Because if I have to order more, there's a good chance they don't get here in time. So then I might have to ask my dad for them. But the thing is that I don't think I need that kind of stamp. Like, I don't need the regular kind of stamps. I need the, like, butterfly non-machinable ones. So, yeah, I want to get a move on them this so that I can figure it out. I know I have more Christmas cards than I need again this year, which is great, because it'll kickstart the stash for next year. But like I said, I want to get these done. I also have only gotten one so far this year, and I want to get mine out because I would like to get more. Oh, something just fell down behind me. Anyway, yeah, so I want to get more. And, I mean, me sending them is going to prompt other people to send them to me. But, I want to get them out because I like getting them. And I like to hang them up on the back of my front door. I've done that since I was little. My mom, my entire life, like, I don't remember not doing it. We would always get Christmas cards, and then she would, like, read them, do whatever, and then give them to me, and I would go tape them to the back of our front door, and I still do that now. So, I'm not going to show them to you, because I get a lot of photo ones, and I don't want to just, like, blast my family all over the internet if they don't want to be. So, I am not going to show them to you, but just know that, yes, I still tape them all to the back of my front door. I have a YouTube one I want to send out too. There's a YouTube channel that I follow that does a Christmas card exchange every year. They don't send theirs back out until after the holidays, but I always like to send them one just because it's fun. So yeah, I actually did it one year and then haven't done it since then. It's been like 3 or 4 years, I think, since the last time I sent one into them, so I think I'm going to do that. Hopefully, because I think I'll have extras this year. Because that's the other thing. I'll only do it if I have extras, and I think I will. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to do today, is work on getting these mailed out. So I'm not going to record it, because I'm going to have addresses and stuff everywhere. And then, hopefully, I'll be back on Friday, and I want to show you what I got for Black Friday. And I also want to work on gift tags. I was supposed to do that a couple weeks ago. I think it's maybe a week ago. That I was supposed to work on that. And I did work on it. Because there is a crocheted piece to my gift tags. I may have talked about this already. I don't remember anymore though. There's a crocheted piece to my gift tags. And the crocheted piece is done. I just have to do the like paper part. But I was waiting on a package to come with something that I needed for them, and it's here now, so I can also get those done as well. So I'm gonna get to work on these because it's actually getting kind of late and I still need to like shower and do bedtime stuff. So I'm gonna get to work, and I will check in with you probably again on Friday. Alright, hello everyone. It is now Saturday. I think the last time I vlogged was Wednesday. It is December 14th, and this Saturday has been very busy. I did, honestly, start my day a little bit late. I mean, by like an hour, so it wasn't really horrible, but like, it was enough to very much like throw me off for the day. So I've just been kind of trying to stay on track as best as I can, even with feeling like everything's just slightly off because I woke up an hour. Well, I didn't wake up an hour later than normal. I woke up like half an hour later than normal. But by the time I got ready and like did my Saturday morning errand runs that I normally do, I was like an hour behind where I usually like to be. And whatever. You don't really care about that part. Anyway, it is now Saturday night and I have a couple things to work on craft-wise. Today's advent calendar thing was actually work on a holiday craft, and these are some extra things that I need to work on. So, my dad was over Thursday. He was over Thursday, not yesterday. And he asked me to make him he asked me to make him one special Christmas card. When I did Christmas cards Wednesday, because that was the last time I checked in, I had enough left over to actually, I could have sent everyone to this year again. So I let him go through what I had done already, on Thursday, and he took a couple. And then I also he asked for like a larger sized one. I said a 5x7 or something, and he was like, yeah. So I told him I'd make him one this weekend, thinking I would text him and like leave it for him and he could come pick it up while I was at work or something. But he's actually coming over tomorrow. So now we made some last minute plans for tomorrow. So now I want to make them today / tonight because I've been kind of putting it off all day. And I mean, I had other things to do. I had laundry to catch up on because I was busy last weekend, so I like really didn't do any laundry, and it was getting to the point where it was a little bit desperate that it needed to get done. I worked on my grandpa's Christmas present a little bit more. I worked on his airplane, which is almost done, so I'll show that soon. And that's part of why I am finally filming this haul video, because to finish the airplane, I need some stuff that's in these packages. So I'm going to open them and film the haul part of this, and then I'm going to work on the cards for my dad. I was also hoping to catch up on gift tags tonight because the last thing I need for the gift tags is also in here. But I don't think I've got that in me if I'm going to do these 2 other cards yet tonight. So, because he only needs one. He asked for a 5x7. But, if you're familiar with DigiStamps, which you guys know when I first started everything, doing social media with my paper crafting stuff, I was huge into DigiStamps, and I've gotten away from that a little bit. But this company that I used to really like had a very, very amazing sale this week, where if you bought their new Christmas collection, so it was 9 DigiStamps in their Christmas collection, if you bought the like bundle of them for, I think it ended up being like $28, $28. They're a UK company, so I think it's 25 UK. But when you convert it to US, it's like 27, 28. So you got that, and then as their little Christmas special present, now this is gonna be way over by the time you see this vlog, but you got their entire collection of DigiStamps for free with the $30 purchase. And I couldn't pass it up. It was like 600 something DigiStamps, and I was looking, I saw the ad on Facebook, and I saw 2 stamps in their Christmas collection that I knew would be perfect, or not, I didn't know they'd be perfect. I don't know who my dad's giving these cards to. I didn't ask. This card too. He's only getting one. I'll give him both if he wants both, but I knew they'd be like perfect. Kind of, both of them sort of inspired me. So it was worth it to get him and then get all the free stuff too. I've been really wanting to get back into using my DigiStamps a little bit more just because I have so many. And I do still use them if I need to make a card for something specific, or I have some very specific idea in mind for a theme or whatever, and I don't have anything in my regular stamp collection that will meet the needs of what I'm trying to do. My hands are awful and I'm going to film, so I should go put some lotion on them when I finish this. Maybe in between this and me actually filming the haul, I will go run and do that really quickly. But, if I don't, like, then I go to my Digistamps and look and see what I have. And, because I've collected a lot of free ones from giveaways with Kit and Clowder. I have a lot just from Kit and Clowder classes, because everything you get with that is all technically a Digistamp. So I have a lot, and I want to get better about using them again, a little bit. Now, again, I have the first 6 months of 2025 planned with my physical stamp collection, and that's not going to change, unless something really crazy happens. But in the second half of 2025, maybe I will get a few more. I don't buy them as often as I used to, because again, I have a big enough physical stamp collection these days that I don't feel like I need to buy them as often. But I do, there are some companies that I do really like, and it's fun. It's, like I said, it's just another option. It's less, you know, if it's something you're interested in, it's less storage space than having physical stamps around, because they just all live on my computer. The thing that always gets me with Digistamp sews is the sizing sometimes. Like these, I had to resize and test print a couple times to get them to be the sizes that I wanted them to be. So that's kind of the tricky part of doing Digistamps, but you know, you live and learn. You learn little tricks and stuff along the way on how to get them sized to the way you want them to. So I'm just going to show you these really quick, and I'm going to pause this for a second and come back and do the haul. But so I have this one. I'm going to turn into a slimline card, and yes, I'm going to film them. They're Christmas cards, so they won't go up until like November, December of 2025, but I may as well film them because everything is content. So I will film them. I'm going to film the gift tags too. But and then this one I'm going to turn into the 5x7 card. So you can also see it is a coloring situation. So it's going to take me a while to make both of those. So it's going to be kind of a late night and an early-ish morning, because I think my dad's coming over between like 8:30 and 9 o'clock tomorrow if he's not here right at 8. So I need to kind of like be ready to go at 8. Or mostly ready to go. So it's going to be a bit of a late night for me, but that's okay. It is Saturday, so that's fine. I'm going to pause this for a second because I need to go grab a drink as well, and then we'll do the haul. Okay, haul time. I have to be smart about how I open these so that I haven't blacked out my address on any of them. So, alright, this one is a Christmas present. So this is all the Black Friday stuff I got that's craft related. I did get a few other things that weren't craft related, but this is all the stuff that you guys really care about. So, this is the first thing. First entry. So my cousin really likes to go duck hunting, and he has a 2-year-old. And originally, my family does like a Secret Santa thing for Christmas, so like we each get a person that we buy gifts for. And I was gonna get this for him and make it for him, but I didn't get his name, so I decided to make it for his daughter instead, because we all get gifts for like the little kids in the family, and then the adults, the over 18-year-olds, do a Secret Santa thing. So I got this, and I'm going to make it for his daughter, since I didn't get him for Christmas. But it is the Maeve the Duck Woobles kit. This is how I taught myself how to crochet. Last year I bought the advent calendar. This year I did not, because I didn't like it as much this year. They changed it and I don't like it. So I didn't get the advent calendar this year, but that was how I got the advent calendar with Pierre and Fred the Dino. And really did not think I was going to handle it well, because I've tried crocheting before and did not like, just really had a hard time with it. I shouldn't say I didn't like it. I just had a hard time with it. My mom tried to teach me when I was growing up. And my best friend Hannah started crocheting a lot in the last maybe like 3 years. Maybe even longer than that now. But she started crocheting a lot. She has a whole Instagram and YouTube channel that she does crochet tutorials on now. And so I got the ad for the advent calendar last year. Didn't have an advent calendar picked out, and decided to get that one and see what I could do with it, and ended up really liking it. And now I'm making sweaters and shirts and airplanes and all kinds of things. So yeah, so I got this little ducky to give to I don't know, what would you call her? I was gonna call her my niece, but she's not really my niece, she's my cousin's daughter. My second cousin, is that how that works? I don't know. Anyway, I'm giving this to her. Obviously she's 2, she can't make it herself. I'm gonna make it for her. But this just makes it really easy for me to make it for her. And then I actually have another one that I bought last year that I'm giving to my dad. But I haven't made that one yet either. So 10 days to get these 2 done. Like I said, luckily the airplane is almost done. So because the airplane is almost done, I should hopefully, I'm really hoping that that'll be done by maybe tomorrow. For sure by Monday though. Because if I don't finish it tomorrow, I'll finish it up Monday. And then I'll start this one because I need this one Christmas Eve. But I mean, on the back it says 3 to 8 hours, and I would say that's probably accurate. So if I start this one Tuesday, I should have it done by Thursday if I don't do anything else. And then the other one for my dad I don't need till Christmas morning, and I'm sure that one is probably a 3 to 8 hour one too. So I think I'll pull it off. I'm hopeful. I feel better now that the airplane's almost done, because the airplane was the most complicated one I had to make. Well, I'll talk about that. Okay. Haul time. I have to be smart about how I open these so that I haven't blacked out my address on any of them. So, alright, this one is a Christmas present. So this is all the Black Friday stuff I got that's craft related. I did get a few other things that weren't craft related, but this is all the stuff that you guys really care about. So, this is the first thing. Make sure it's empty. So my cousin really likes to go duck hunting, and he has a 2-year-old. And originally, my family does like a Secret Santa thing for Christmas, so like we each get a person that we buy gifts for. And I was gonna get this for him and make it for him, but I didn't get his name, so I decided to make it for his daughter instead, because we all get gifts for like the little kids in the family, and then the adults, the over 18-year-olds, do a Secret Santa thing. So I got this, and I'm going to make it for his daughter, since I didn't get him for Christmas. But it is the Maeve the Duck Woobles kit. This is how I taught myself how to crochet. Last year I bought the advent calendar. This year I did not, because I didn't like it as much this year. They changed it and I don't like it. So I didn't get the advent calendar this year, but that was how I got the advent calendar with Pierre and Fred the Dino. And really did not think I was going to handle it well, because I've tried crocheting before and did not like, just really had a hard time with it. I shouldn't say I didn't like it, I just had a hard time with it. My mom tried to teach me when I was growing up. And my best friend Hannah started crocheting a lot in the last maybe like 3 years. Okay, haul time. I have to be smart about how I open these so that I haven't blacked out my address on any of them. So, alright, this one is a Christmas present. So this is all the Black Friday stuff I got that's craft related. I did get a few other things that weren't craft related, but this is all the stuff that you guys really care about. So this is the first thing. First entry. So my cousin really likes to go duck hunting, and he has a 2-year-old. And originally, my family does like a Secret Santa thing for Christmas, so like we each get a person that we buy gifts for. And I was gonna get this for him and make it for him, but I didn't get his name, so I decided to make it for his daughter instead, because we all get gifts for like the little kids in the family, and then the adults, the over 18-year-olds, do a Secret Santa thing. So I got this, and I'm going to make it for his daughter, since I didn't get him for Christmas. But it is the Maeve the Duck Woobles kit. This is how I taught myself how to crochet. Last year I bought the advent calendar. This year I did not, because I didn't like it as much this year. They changed it and I don't like it. So I didn't get the advent calendar this year. But that was how I got the advent calendar with Pierre and Fred the Dino. And really did not think I was going to handle it well, because I've tried crocheting before and did not like, just really had a hard time with it. I shouldn't say I didn't like it, I just had a hard time with it. My mom tried to teach me when I was growing up. And my best friend Hannah started crocheting a lot in the last maybe like 3 years. Maybe even longer than that now. But she started crocheting a lot. She has a whole Instagram and YouTube channel that she does crochet tutorials on now. And so I got the ad for the advent calendar last year. Didn't have an advent calendar picked out, and decided to get that one and see what I could do with it, and ended up really liking it. And now I'm making sweaters and shirts and airplanes and all kinds of things. So yeah, so I got this little ducky to give to I don't know, what would you call her? I was gonna call her my niece, but she's not really my niece, she's my cousin's daughter. My second cousin, is that how that works? I don't know. Anyway, I'm giving this to her. Obviously she's 2, she can't make it herself. I'm gonna make it for her. But this just makes it really easy for me to make it for her. And then I actually have another one that I bought last year that I'm giving to my dad. But I haven't made that one yet either. So 10 days to get these 2 done. Like I said, luckily the airplane is almost done. So because the airplane is almost done, I should hopefully, I'm really hoping that that'll be done by maybe tomorrow. For sure by Monday though. Because if I don't finish it tomorrow, I'll finish it up Monday. And then I'll start this one because I need this one Christmas Eve. But I mean, on the back it says 3 to 8 hours, and I would say that's probably accurate. So if I start this one Tuesday, I should have it done by Thursday if I don't do anything else. And then the other one for my dad I don't need till Christmas morning, and I'm sure that one is probably a 3 to 8 hour one too. So I think I'll pull it off. I'm hopeful. I feel better now that the airplane's almost done, because the airplane was the most complicated one I had to make. Well, I'll talk about that other thing in a minute, but I think it might be in this one. This one is from Joann's, so I can already tell you it's yarn. And some of this I'm going to wrap up for myself for Christmas. Now, my dad was really nice. I think I've talked about this on the vlog so far. That I tend to like to give myself gifts for Christmas, and I'll wrap stuff up for myself. And my dad is coming by my house this year for Christmas instead of me going by his. So when he was over Thursday, he brought over some of my presents so I could put them under the tree. And he was like, now you don't have to wrap up stuff for yourself because you'll have my stuff under the tree Christmas morning. I don't think that's going to stop me though. I think I'm still going to wrap some of this up for myself. Because I know I'm not going to get to all of this before Christmas comes around, so I might as well wrap it up and gift it to myself. So this is going to be yarn to make a hoodie. I picked this color because I actually already have just a tiny little bit of it left over from another project. So I figured I would use that up, and then I'm probably still going to have more left over again after this project, but I needed like what I have plus a little bit more, so I'm hoping that the little bit more I have is enough to make this hoodie that I want to make. So this, though, I think I was hoping it would come in a box, because usually Joann's always sends me my stuff in a box, and they didn't. They sent it in a poly mailer this time, which is fine, but I want a box to wrap this up in. But all of my other gifts came from Amazon, and those all came in boxes. So I think I'm just going to reuse the Amazon boxes for my gift, because everyone else's gift should be in another box. So I can just like wrap up that box and not the Amazon box, and use the Amazon box for mine and stuff. But that's all that's in here basically. You guys can't see it, but it's all, I needed 10 of these for the hoodie. So that's what's in here, is all 10 of them. And then this is for the airplane. This is what I needed for the airplane. So I actually don't need all of these colors, I don't think. But I wanted to give myself some options, because I made the airplane gray, so I don't know if I want to do, I was going to say you guys can help me make this decision, but you won't see this vlog till after Christmas, so that doesn't really help me. I don't know if I want to do red with silver stars, because originally I was going to do silver with red stars, and it was giving me very Winter Soldier vibes, which my grandpa is not going to understand, but it was in my brain what it was giving me. And so I was going to do this at first, but then it started to give me Winter Soldier vibes, and I was like, I don't know about that. So then I was like, well, maybe I could do it this way, and I'm going to use the black for like the windows. But now I'm thinking, I'm like, do I use the gray, but the plane itself is gray, so I kind of don't want to use this for the windows. I'd kind of rather use the black, I think. And then somewhere in here there should be a blue too, so that's an option. So I might text Tana and be like, hey girl, I need help on which colors to use. I had a blue yarn to make the body of the plane out of, and at the last minute I changed my mind and decided to make it gray. And part of me is really wishing I would have done the blue, but it's fine. It's okay. He's gonna like it no matter what I do. So, you know, that's the thing with Christmas gifts sometimes, and like even Christmas cards and all that. Like sometimes you just have to, they're gonna be okay with whatever you do. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, this one is definitely another Christmas gift for myself, because I bought it with the intention of it being a Christmas gift for myself. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Well, it's okay, we'll change that before we start filming the other cards. So what I'm gonna do with the filming, by the way, while I rip this envelope open, and maybe I should just cut it open like a normal person, but why would I want to do that, is I just literally had a brain fart. Oh, I'm gonna film the cards like normal, and then I'm gonna edit them, and then I'm gonna put clips of me making them into the vlog, because it's really hard for me to like behind the scenes of me filming, because I only have one camera, and I have to film on this camera. I could set up my phone, I suppose, because I do have a phone tripod somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I could find it. But I don't really want to do that. So I'll just insert a couple clips of like the unedited vlog footage. I'll have YouTube videos on and stuff too, and I might end up switching to a Christmas movie of some kind. So I don't know how much you'll actually see of it, but so okay, this gives me the opportunity to shout out a small stamp shop that I really like too. That's just my invoice. So this is from Frantic Stamper, And this is honestly just retired stuff that I couldn't get anywhere else. Although they do have some, I have a couple of her dies that I got. You know, we were talking about challenges a while ago. I won a gift card to her store through a challenge vlog, and I picked up a couple of her dies that I don't use as often as I should, if I'm being honest. But I really like them. They're a couple borders. Like one's like of circles, one's hearts, and one's stars, and they're all kind of like interlinked together. But they're really cool. So this is from Frantic Stamper, and they still had, I have the Pink Fresh brushed sentiments, dies, hot foil plates, and stamp set. And I've actually been meaning to get the Christmas set for years, and never did. And then they got discontinued, and I was gonna kind of let it go. But then I got out the brush sentiments ones for the first time and stamped them and hot foiled them and cut them out. And these are amazing, and I really need the Christmas ones now. So I did a lot of Googling, and I was able to track down that she still had them. And she never put them on sale for Black Friday, which is fine. But I was debating, like, do I get them because they're not on sale? Like, if I get them, they have to be a Christmas present for myself because they're kind of expensive. Because hot foil plates are expensive. And all of a sudden I went to look. It was like Cyber Monday, I think. Maybe a little bit before that. And maybe the weekend before. Because I think I was done by Cyber Monday. So maybe it was like Saturday. But I went and looked for them. And it said there was only 2 left. This is the only place I could find them. And I was like, okay, it's get them now or don't get them. Like, they will be sold out. So I got them. And I'm really glad I did. There is a matching stencil that goes with these. Which, excuse me. My full set syndrome says I should have gotten that. But in reality, I think all I really cared about was the stamp set and the hot foil plate. So I opted to forgo the stencil. I still don't know if that was a good decision, but I don't have the stencil for the first set either, so, and that is also discontinued, so I'm not really, like, gutted about that. But, like, even looking at this, because it has kind of what the stencil makes the words look like, and I don't think I love that. I don't know. I don't think that's it. And I think I'm okay with just like the stamp and the hot foil plate. But these are getting wrapped up for under the tree because they were expensive. So they count as a gift. I want to open this one last, actually. This is the other Joann's package. So this one is more yarn because I was going to try to make my aunt a snowman. I was so close to having it all filmed before the battery died, but I didn't quite make it, and now I gotta readjust everything. Anyway, we were close. But I was saying full set syndrome. I don't know how much of that last sentence got cut off, but full set syndrome needed me to have the other set of easy mats. Now I saved this one for last on purpose. This one Simon says stamp, but it has things I need in it to work on these projects. So I saved it for last for that reason. This I do not need to work on those projects. I just wanted it. This is some Simon Hurley Astro Paste. Oh, beauty vlogger focused situation. Nope. Okay. This is some Simon Hurley Astro Paste. It's just the clear glitter kind. My Nuvo clear glitter paste that I like to use finally dried up, and they don't make it anymore. And I had some Gina K stuff that dried up too. I have had the best luck. You have to use your paste, okay? Like, you can't just let them sit. They will go bad. Simon Hurley, same thing. You have to use them or they will go bad. But his last the longest of any ones that I've ever had. And because I don't generally use my paste very quickly, it's a very nice feature of them that they generally last me a while. So we don't complain about that. my $5 off code that Simon always sends, and I'm already thinking I might need to use that for some things because I'm really thinking that I forgot to order a couple things. So, and there's things that I should have bought that I didn't. Alright, I got 2 sticky mats because I needed some new ones, and Brutus Monroe was out. So, Simon was not. So I ordered these from Simon. And that is the one thing. I love my sticky mats, but they do, like, the camera stopped focusing again. But they do lose their stick after a while, and then you have to replace them. I am looking at grip mats. I just haven't been able to commit to one yet. I was so close to having it all filmed before the battery died, but I didn't quite make it, and now I gotta readjust everything. Anyway, we were close. But I was saying full set syndrome. I don't know how much of that last sentence got cut off, but full set syndrome needed me to have the other set of easy mats. Now I saved this one for last on purpose. This one Simon says stamp, but it has things I need in it to work on these projects. So I saved it for last for that reason. This I do not need to work on those projects. I just wanted it. This is some Simon Hurley Astro Paste. Oh, beauty vlogger focused situation. Nope. Okay. This is some Simon Hurley Astro Paste. It's just the clear glitter kind. My Nuvo clear glitter paste that I like to use finally dried up, and they don't make it anymore. And I had some Gina K stuff that dried up too. I have had the best luck. You have to use your paste, okay? Like, you can't just let them sit. They will go bad. Simon Hurley, same thing. You have to use them or they will go bad. But his last the longest of any ones that I've ever had. And because I don't generally use my pastes very quickly, it's a very nice feature of them that they generally last me a while. So we don't complain about that. My $5 off code that Simon always sends, and I'm already thinking I might need to use that for some things because I'm really thinking that I forgot to order a couple things. So, and there's things that I should have bought that I didn't. Alright, I got 2 sticky mats because I needed some new ones, and Brutus Monroe was out. So Simon was not. So I ordered these from Simon. And that is the one thing. I love my sticky mats, but they do, like, the camera stopped focusing again. But they do lose their stick after a while, and then you have to replace them. I am looking at grip mats. I just haven't been able to commit to one yet. Yeah, I don't know. I have commitment issues with that, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna like them. That's it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I don't know. I might need to try one. I've heard rumors that Gina K is coming out with one, and I think I might give hers a try because we all know how much I love Gina. But I'm not for sure on that yet. I almost ordered, Simon had theirs on sale. They're like Craft Tacky Mat on sale, and I almost ordered it, but then I didn't, and then they took it off sale. So yeah. So by the time I placed this order, it was no longer on sale. It was like a short-term thing, and yeah. So I don't know. I have to decide. Grip mat, no grip mat. I don't know. Tape runners because they're just always needed. And I'm not that far off from the next Crop and Crepe event. I think last week we opened the Facebook group to the for March, and I'm like, wait, like that's coming up now, like really soon. So that, and then last but not least, new die snips, because I don't know where mine are. they've been missing for almost a month at this point, and I like literally don't know where they are. Hold on, are they in here? Have they been in here the whole time? Because that would be really awkward for me, and I don't think I've looked in here yet. Yeah, no, they're not in here. I don't know where they are. I have been looking for them everywhere. I cannot find them. I know I had them, and I don't know where they've run off to. So I thought for sure, because I ordered these, that I would find them, because that's just how that goes. And I figured, you know what, it's not the end of the world if I have 2 of them. But I don't know where they went. I thought maybe they got lost in the shuffle of like crop and create in September, but that's not true, because I know I had them after that. So I don't know where they went. I cannot find them. I really don't know where they are. But now that I have these, they will most likely pop back up, because you know that's how it works. But I got the Lawn Fawn ones. I mean, you guys know I love Lawn Fawn, and I'm not gonna like complain about having their stuff. But a lot of this was just, these were the ones that were in stock. I was actually planning on getting the Hero Arts ones, but they were out of stock, and I wanted to get something while I was ordering. So the Lawn Fawn ones it was. But at the same time, they're dye snips, and hello everyone, it's been a while. I don't even remember the last day I vlogged at this point, but today is Christmas Eve. I have my big family Christmas gathering this afternoon. And earlier in the vlog, you heard me say that I had to work today. But after we kind of looked at who all was coming in, and how many people weren't coming in, we just decided that it wasn't worth it for the few of us that were going to show up. And that's okay, because now I get an extra day off. But of course, as soon as I found out that I wasn't working, I proceeded to procrastinate on everything, because all of a sudden I didn't have to have it done for today. I could finish it today. So I had to finish a couple of things this morning. My aunt actually invited me over for craft day today, but I was like, I put off too many things and now I need to finish them. But I finished them. I had a couple crochet gifts that I needed to finish up, and they were very close to done. So it's noon-ish, 11:30-ish, just after 11 o'clock, way earlier than I thought. So it didn't take me quite as long to finish as I thought, but everything is wrapped up now. If I was smart, I would have popped in to say hello before I wrapped everything so that y'all could see it, but I didn't do that. So I don't have them to show you. But anyway, so they're all done now, and I can just like hang out for a little while and chill before I have to go to the family things this evening. So I have not been in my craft room in a long time, obviously, because you haven't heard from me in a long time. I think I was trying to do gift tags the last time I was here, which I didn't finish until Saturday, but they're done now, and all on their gifts and ready to go. But I've been itching all week to get in here and like make a card. I don't want to do a gift tag. I just want to make a card. It is a absolute mess in here, so I do have to straighten it up a little bit, but hopefully I'll have time to make at least one card before I have to leave. And then I have lots of time tomorrow. So, but as far as like vlog update and channel updates of like what I'm supposed to be talking about in this vlog, I have 2 videos filmed. 2. Neither of them though are for January. They're both Christmas cards I had to make last minute. I think I mentioned this last time I talked or picked up the camera to vlog. My dad had asked me for a specific Christmas card. He wanted a 5x7 one instead of my usual A2, and sometimes I have some of those around. This time I didn't. I sent out my 5x7 Christmas card last year, so I didn't have one for this year. And I was gonna make that plus a mini, or not a mini, it's a regular slimline card for him, but I only finished the 5x7, and then I had all the stuff out to make the regular slimline one though. So I did that, and I filmed both of them to videos, but they're both Christmas videos, so the earliest they can go out is like September, October, November next fall. So I still have nothing done for January, and I really need to get stuff done. So and one of my cards for January is an interactive card, and it's a pop-up die that I haven't used before, so I really need to like do a test run with the pop-up die before I do the video, because I learned my lesson last year with the Lawn Fawn one. What is that one? The Magic Iris Lawn Fawn card. The first video I did with that was so rough because I hadn't practiced it before. But then the second one was much better. So I have learned my lesson, and I need to do a practice run with this die before I do the video. So that's what I'm kind of hoping to do today. I also have a half-started SCT class that I might finish today. I've had that sitting out here since like the first week in December, but then Christmas craziness just took over and I didn't get anywhere on it. So that's also out, so I might do that. I have to clean up. Lots of things going on. But I just wanted to say, even though I haven't been, there is a different, I've been debating even ever posting this vlog. And at this point, I intend it to be either a bonus video sometime in January, or depending on if I get videos filmed, it may have to go up just as a video, depending on how things go. But after today, honestly, things should chill a little bit, at least home wise. So a chocolate break. So hopefully that'll help, and I can get some stuff. Like even tomorrow afternoon, I'm not doing anything, so I can just like film tomorrow afternoon if I want. And I know, okay, my dad's gonna watch this, but he was teasing me last week about the fact that I was gonna be able to guess all my Christmas gifts by the shape of the boxes. And the truth is, I've guessed 2. There's only 2 that I've managed to guess, because he wrapped them, but he doesn't like unbox them, so they're just like in the packaging they come in when they get delivered to him. So most of them are just rectangles that I have no idea what specifically is in them. But 2 of them are very specific shapes, and one of them is very much a big addition to my craft room, if I'm right, if it is what I think it is, which I won't know till tomorrow, and I'll tell you tomorrow if I'm right. But it's a very big addition to, well, it's not really, I have one already, I just wanted an upgraded version, because the one I have is kind of small, and yeah, but that should motivate me to try to film some stuff, is my point. I also have some fun stuff coming, because I have a little tradition myself of, I will usually try, there's always something I like want and forget to ask for, and this year I actually had a couple things that I wanted and forgot to ask for. So when it came time to be like, okay, like what am I gonna treat myself to this year, that's unexpected in a way, something I wasn't necessarily like planning on, and I let my full set syndrome win, and I ordered the complete set of the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. And I know if you've been around a while, you're going, Sammy, you don't like watercolor, what are you doing? Well, one thing I've kind of learned about myself in 2023 is it's not so much that I don't like watercolor, it's that I'm not a watercolor with a brush kind of girly. I like to do watercolor with markers and pencils. And I don't know if it's because that's already like my kind of go-to coloring method, or what, but I'm just not a brush painter girly. And so I think I'm gonna actually really like these watercolor pencils, and I have actually used watercolor pencils before. I had some really cheap ones years ago, that I just like never replaced. So I'm really excited to try these out, and like normally I wouldn't have bought the entire set of them in one go, But I decided I was going to treat myself, and I did. They weren't even on sale. Like, I just bought them. So, it was very much a treat yourself moment. But it's been a while since I've really treated myself like that. So, I decided, why not? So I did that. That's on its way. It just shipped yesterday because I just ordered it. So I don't know when they'll be here. But, yeah. So, and plus, Simon, right now, they won't by the time you see this, but they have a free die set if you order, like, a Tim Holtz product. So, I'm getting the cute little die set, too. And it's actually really cute. It is a Christmas die set, but I've seen some really cute stuff done with it. And I'm not usually a big fan of, like, Tim's dies and stamp sets. Like, it's just not my style. I have a few that I like, but not many. But these are really cute. So, I'm kind of excited to get that. And who says no to a free die set anyway? So that's coming. That was my Christmas splurge to myself. My other thing is a lot of times I'll get something after Christmas that I asked for but I didn't get. Depending on who has Christmas sales and inventory reduction sales. Something is unplugged. Oh, my scan and cut's unplugged, I think. My robot vacuum, my Roomba, Liam, likes to unplug my scan and cut. And I just found the unplugged cord under my desk. But so that is coming. And like I said, I have an idea. I don't know what I'm going to get tonight for my Secret Santa for my family. But depending on what they've gotten me, I have an idea of my post-Christmas small gift that I'll get for myself. Okay, last thing, because I've already been talking more than I intended to. I have, even though I haven't been vlogging, I have been looking at stuff behind the scenes, kind of, on YouTube. And watching some of my analytics and all the boring number stuff. And I was debating even sharing this vlog because I'm not loving what I haven't watched any of the footage back. I'm not loving the way I've formatted it and the way I've done it. Honestly, right now. But that could change when I look back and edit it too. Or I could hate it even more. But, I think I do want to post it at some point as like a bonus video, ideally, because looking at the numbers and the way my channel's been growing over the last, honestly, 2 years at this point, I think there is a fairly solid chance that by the end of the year, of next year, not this year, there's only a week left in this year, but by the end of 2025, there's a solid chance that I might be able to start monetizing my channel. I'm not going to hit the milestones to like put ads on my videos and all that kind of stuff yet, but I could potentially hit the milestones to start doing memberships. Haven't decided if that's the route I want to take yet. I have almost a whole year to think about it. And that's me hitting all the milestones is a huge if. I will most likely hit the subscriber milestone if things keep going the way they're going. Me hitting the watch time milestone is going to be a lot harder. I'm quite far away from hitting the watch time milestone. So, or if I get really good at shorts, I might be able to hit it in shorts views, maybe. But, because it's watch time or shorts views. But I got a long way to go to hit that one. So that would be the thing. But I will hit I should hit the subscriber one. Maybe not though. Maybe though. Yeah. It's a big maybe. But just thinking, you know, I'm at the point now where I'm close enough where it's like I have to start thinking about if memberships is something I want to do. And what I want to do when I get there. And I'm also a very big plan ahead person, so like even if it doesn't happen at the end of 2025, if it doesn't happen till like the middle of 2026, it helps me to sort of like start thinking about it and what I might want to do. And I never intend to make YouTube my full-time job. I am not someone who can be a full-time influencer. There was a period of my life where I thought I could do that. I can't. I love people who do that. I have several friends who are full-time influencers, and I love them for it, and I admire them greatly. But that's not for me. But I still love what I do, and it's a great hobby, and, you know, I get to connect with people in a really fun way and share things that I really like and really enjoy and all that kind of stuff. So, I definitely, like, I'm not leaving, but it's always going to very much be my side hustle, is my point. It's never going to be, I don't really want it to be my full-time job. That being said, if something happens at my current job, like, then great. If I can get YouTube monetized at some point in my life, cool, something to fall back on. But I A, love my current job, and B, I'm just a traditional job girly. So yeah, I just do better in that environment rather than doing something for myself. So that's just me. But if I do memberships, if that happens 2025 or 2026, this is the kind of content I want to put on memberships. So it's a little preview, I guess. And I can then use this as a preview, but, like, I'd probably do more often behind the scenes vlogs like this for, like, member exclusive videos. Like I said, still probably not in 2025, but potentially in 2026, but, you know, potential live stream options. There would absolutely be members exclusive live streams. The first several live streams would probably be member exclusive. So like I said, it's still in the very early stages. There's still about a 50-50 chance I actually hit that milestone in 2025. But I'm just throwing it out there because we're looking like we're getting there. That is within sight at this point. At some point. And probably, like I said, in the next year or two. So, yeah. Consider this vlog a little preview of if memberships ever unlock, what you might see. Hopefully a little less chaotic, but still. Alright, I'm gonna get ready. I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and maybe work on a video. Oh, here, sneak peek. This is my slimline card. I didn't even realize I still had it out. I just turned around and it was there. It's nothing special to write home about, but it's still cute. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off and, you know, have some crafty time. I'd show you more, but I'm going to most likely use the camera to actually film. So, you'll just, like I said, if I have, just like I did last time, if I have savable, usable, raw footage, I'll insert some in. Gift tags. That's the other thing, because I'm looking at the remnants of them on my table right now. I didn't film the gift tags. I didn't do anything fun with them. I ended up just basically stamping to from and putting people's names on them. So I did not film them. So, yeah, that's that. And, yeah, I'm just gonna get some crafty time in now. So I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Hello everyone. So it's been a little while. I don't even remember when the last time I checked in was. Christmas Eve maybe? But anyway, it's now New Year's Eve, a week later. And December 31st. So this is the official end of the vlogs, kind of. I'm still deciding. I might check in one more time tonight, but yeah. So admittedly, the vlogs did not quite come out the way I had hoped they would, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm pretty confident it's just going to go up as a bonus video someday. You may be watching this in June. But still, I hope it gave you a little peek into behind the scenes. I thought about carrying this into January because I realized doing it in December is the most untraditional month of content that I do. And so you don't really get an honest, like, behind the scenes sort of view of everything. So, but it is New Year's Eve. It is 8:30ish, I think. And I'm just in my craft room, and this is usually what I like to do on New Year's Eve. And hang out in here and do stuff. So normally, the last few years I've had off. This year I didn't take off because I'm super busy at work and I didn't want to take the time off. So I took a couple hours after work just to kind of like relax and hang out. And because I do attempt to stay up till midnight on New Year's Eve. It is about the one night a year I do that. Although, I mean, sometimes it happens accidentally, but it's the one night I do it on purpose. And so I like to spend the night crafting. I will most likely spend the majority of tomorrow crafting in here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun in crafting tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make it till, actually I'm trying to make it later than midnight. We'll see if that happens. I did drink an energy drink this morning, and that usually keeps me going, but work was busy, so I was really tired. But like I said, I kind of just like vegged on my couch for a couple hours, and now I'm kind of getting a second wind at 8:30, which is normally when I would be going to bed, but we're not doing that today. So anyway, I'm gonna try to make it till like maybe like even 1:30, because last year I kind of started a new New Year's Eve tradition for myself. And if y'all are familiar with the movie Red, White, and Royal Blue, there is a New Year's Eve scene in that movie. And last year was when it had first come out. And I hadn't watched it yet as of New Year's Eve. I was in the process of reading the book, and I thought I was going to finish the book by New Year's Eve, and I didn't. So I was like literally reading. I would like put the movie on and then like read a couple chapters, and then put the movie on and then read a couple chapters. And or maybe that was Christmas. That might have been Christmas that I did that. Because I think I had watched the movie once before New Year's, so I think it was Christmas Day that I did that. And anyway, if you know, you know, there's a New Year's Eve scene in that book, and there's a New Year's Eve scene in the movie. And I had found last year a like thing on the internet that was like, if you start the movie at this time, like you'll line up with their New Year's and your New Year's. So I did that last year. I was a couple seconds off. I know why. I'm not going to get it perfect again this year either, because you have to start it at like 11:28:57 or something, and I'm going to start it at 11:28, okay? So like I'm not going to be that specific on timing. So, but then it kind of lines up. But I would also kind of like to like finish the movie. I don't regularly subscribe to Amazon Prime, and that movie's on Amazon Prime, and you can't buy it. It's only available on Amazon Prime. I wish I could buy it. I'm still like old school, like I want to buy movies and stuff on DVD, and the like, and I can't even, but like I will buy it on streaming if that's like the best way to do it. There are a few things I own digitally and physical copies of, like some of my favorite movies, but I like to buy movies, and I've always been a movie kid. I'm not like super into it. Like I'm not that person who's gonna go like watch all the Oscar award nominees and stuff like that, but like I like movies. I like movies a lot. So but anyway, so I can't buy it yet. Hopefully someday Amazon will just like sell it. Maybe the sequel's coming out next year, so maybe when the sequel comes out they'll like let me buy the first one. But so I usually will sign up for like Amazon Prime for like the month of December and maybe January. One, Christmas presents, if I do get anything off Amazon for Christmas presents, and it's like a little treat to myself. And there is stuff that I like to watch on Amazon Prime. So this year they had so many of like the classic Christmas movies that I grew up watching with my mom, and that like I don't have on DVD. I have a few of them, but not all of them. And so it was really fun to be able to like go watch those. They had the new Chris Evans and The Rock Christmas movie that came out that I didn't get a chance to see in theaters. So like I watched that Christmas evening, yeah, Christmas Day night, like after the festivities were over. That's what I watched. So anyway, my goal is to stay up to midnight and watch Red, White, and Royal Blue all the way through and get really close on that scene for New Year's. Someone else reminded me on the internet today that I actually could have done it with Heartstopper too, and I already just like subscribed to Netflix, So I could have just done Heartstopper because they have a New Year's Eve episode now. But they only told me what time to start, like, that specific episode. And I didn't want to do that. So doing the movie is easier. And plus, it's a treat because, like I said, I usually only subscribe to Amazon Prime for a month or two out of the year. So I'm watching currently. I have Daisy Jones and the Six on because I really like that show. And again, I only subscribe to Prime sometimes, so watch it while I can. And I have my little mocktail that I have every year. It's orange juice and Sprite this year. The soda flavor sometimes changes. Sometimes it's 7-Up. If you have Kroger stores near you, they have a 7-Up Tropical that is really good. I've been drinking a lot of those this year. But this was sort of like my little special mocktail. I don't drink. And when my parents would occasionally drink, they didn't drink often, but like Thanksgiving, fancy holidays, that kind of thing, if they had a glass of wine, they would give me orange juice and Sprite in a wine glass, so I felt included. And it is something I still do to this day. So I drink a lot of that in November, pretty much November through January. And it's really good. So if you haven't tried it, even if you are okay with alcohol, Sprite and orange juice, guys. Or really like any lemon, lime, citrus flavored soda. Whatever your preferred soda brand is. Yeah. It's also really good with lemonade in the summer. Or really anytime. But like I said, that's my other little, pretty much every holiday tradition. So my grocery store was out of orange juice though last week for Christmas, so I only had a little bit of it with, because I got just like an individual bottle. So I got 2 individual bottles and I only had it with breakfast, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So now I have a full bottle. So this will be happening like all week because I got a full bottle of orange juice and a brand new, just opened it. This is the first Sprite out of the 12 pack. So I'm looking forward to this week and all these orange juice cocktails. I call them orange juice cocktails. They're not. They're orange juice mocktails because they're non-alcoholic. But I've been seeing, this is still off topic, I've been seeing so many cool things on Instagram lately with mocktails and like all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I've had alcohol before. Not a big fan. And really kind of particular about it. And don't like to most of the time. So I'm getting really excited about all these like mocktail things and all these like 0 proof alcohol things that I've been seeing, because like shout out to feeling like an adult and drinking fancy drinks without the alcohol in them. We love that. So love that concept. So anyway, I'm rambling a little bit now. I'm gonna get to crafting. I don't know what I'm doing yet tonight. I don't remember if I talked to you since Christmas. So as far as crafting Christmas things that I got a new glass board from Glassboard Studios. I'm really excited about it. I got the gray one. And it actually looks like more purple than gray to me, but I'm okay with that because I kind of wanted the purple one, but I didn't think that would read on camera. So I got the gray one. But it almost looks a little purple. And I can't tell if it's just like my lighting maybe. But the downside is my overhead light reflects into it just because of how my room is set up. So I've had to figure out a new lighting situation. But I had already started filming the video that you'll see on this Saturday. It could have been months ago now, depending on when you're watching this vlog. But I finished filming and editing that Sunday and yesterday and Monday. And I did that on my old glass mat, my Tim Holtz, my black one, because I didn't want the background to change in the middle of the video. So I probably will film the next video tomorrow, I'm hoping. So hopefully that happens. So I am hoping to test some stuff out with lighting. I've tested a little bit, but not a lot. And see what we can figure out. And then I also got a better press. So, like, we've been talking about my content plan and everything, and the calendars and all that kind of stuff that I was working on. And I just got a better press. And after talking to some people on Instagram, decided to at least do 6 months, if not a year, of the Better Press subscription from Spellbinders, just to build up my Better Press plate collection. I do see a lot that I like already, and I was having trouble making decisions of like what I wanted to get, what press plates I wanted to get. And like I said, I put something on Instagram that was basically like, hey, I got a better press, but all I got was the better press, so I need to like get some fun press plates to play with. And what do you do you guys have favorites? And I was like, I have my eye on a few, but I'm awful at making decisions, and I just want to know if you guys have favorites that I like, or go-to ones that I should like look into. And someone messaged me back and said specifically, and I know this person works with Spellbinders, and said specifically, I really think you should sign up and get the Spellbinders press plate for January. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust you and do that. And it wasn't as expensive as I thought. It was only $25, so a month. And I was like, that is not horrible. So I figured I would do that for a little while, just kind of like build up my press plate collection, and then see where it goes. So I did order I ordered that yesterday, because then not yesterday, I ordered it the 27th. So I get December's and January's. So I ordered basically December's, but then like the subscription's already rolling for January. And I ordered a couple other press plates too while I was there, because why not? Might as well. I had a couple that I had my eye on, so I ordered those just to have something to play with. And yeah, and that was it for crafty stuff. I did also get I forgot to bring it in here. I think I told you all that I ordered the set of watercolor pencils, the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, and those came yesterday. I haven't had a chance to play with them. I don't know if I'll play with them today, but for sure tomorrow, hopefully, I will have some time to play with them. But that's it, really, for this vlog. And I've started editing it already a little bit, because vlogs are easy to edit. And it is going to be a very long video, but that's why it's a bonus video and not like a regular video. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was at least a little insightful. It's definitely a little all over the place, even what I've edited so far. But I think that's just the nature of it being December, and the nature of being my brain, because my brain is always in 10 different places at one time. So I hope, but like I said, I hope it was a nice little peek behind the scenes. And let me know, I know I've said this before, but let me know if you liked it, because we can definitely do, these are really relatively easy to film and edit. The vlogs are like basically the biggest challenge is remembering to actually pick up the camera and film them. The vlogs are easy to film and edit, and so if you like them, let me know, and I can maybe look at doing more bonus videos. And like I said, it will probably become membership content someday, whenever that comes around, and if I decide that's something I want to do. Memberships are a big thing, because all of a sudden people are paying for content, and that's a little extra pressure that I don't know if I'm up for. But like I said, last time we talked about this, that's probably a ways off for me to really have to worry about and make a decision. But thank you guys for, like I said, you'll see this way after the new year, but thank you guys for hanging out with me so much through 2024. And I'm really looking forward to doing new stuff with you in 2025. And playing with our Better Press, because that's the biggest thing I have right now. That I'm kind of excited about planned for 2025 right now. So, but yeah, like that's going to change my content plan too, because I'm probably going to start doing stuff with the Better Press plate, probably. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. Thank you for hanging along. Thank you for watching this vlog, because I already know from what I've edited, it's over an hour long, and I haven't finished it yet, so it's probably going to be close to an hour and a half, if not longer than that, by the time I actually finish it. So thank you guys for hanging out and following along this last month as I started to get things set up for next year. So, well, this year really, by the time you're watching this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you again soon, and have a crafty day.